In this video, I've gathered what I consider to be the best frostings and creams you can make without any added sugar, and they still taste absolutely delicious. Here you'll find 7 different sugar-free creams. Most of them are made with fruit, so if you're diabetic, I recommend checking carefully whether the fruit you use contains natural sugars or not. What I can promise is that none of these recipes include refined white sugar. So, let's get started with the recipes. This 100% apple cream is a delicious and fresh cream that will captivate your palate with its apple flavor and aroma. Once you try it, you won't be able to resist it. A good cream is essential for our homemade sweet creations. And this apple cream is perfect for filling sheet cakes, pastries, tarts, cupcakes, profiteroles, or even for filling individual cups, making ice creams, and creating delicious desserts in just a few minutes. Today we're making a delicious apple cream, a healthy fruit that offers many benefits for our health. First step, clean and cut into small pieces 5 large apples and set them aside for now. Prepare a pot or a pan and place it on the stove. Add the chopped apples and let them heat up a little. Now add the juice of half a lemon, about 50 milliliters, 1.7 fluid ounces, while it continues boiling over medium heat. Optionally, add a teaspoon of erythritol or another type of sweetener and stir occasionally. Let them boil for 2 minutes. The amount of apples I use is 800 grams, 1.76 pounds, that is, the 5 large peeled and chopped apples weighed 800 grams, 1.76 pounds. Mash the apples like this if you want larger chunks, or like this until you achieve a kind of apple puree. Remove the pot from the heat and to the hot apple puree, add a little milk. Add 3 egg yolks. This step is optional. If you don't want to or can't add egg yolk, you can skip it. Add 100 g, 3.5 ounces, of all-purpose flour, mix again, and add the other part of the milk. The amount of milk I use in total is 300 milliliters, 10 fluid ounces. This can be hot or cold. If you want to substitute wheat flour for cornstarch, the amount would be 50 grams, 1.8 ounces, of cornstarch. Return the pot to the heat, add a teaspoon of vanilla essence, and without stopping stirring, boil the cream until it thickens well. Now transfer the apple cream to a container or a heat-safe bowl. Cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool for a minimum of 2 hours. First, let it come to room temperature, and then store it in the fridge. Next step, add 500 milliliters, 17 fluid ounces, of very cold heavy cream and beat it for 3 minutes. The next step is to add the already chilled and firm apple cream. But first, beat it in a separate bowl to make it a bit creamy, and then add it to the whipped cream. When the whipped cream is firm, gradually add the apple cream and beat until you get a firm, smooth, and thick cream. This cream can be made a day in advance. This cream keeps very well for 5 days in the fridge. This cream is perfect for filling sheet cakes, pastries, tarts, cupcakes, profiteroles. Individual cups in several layers combined with different flavors. And it's also great for making delicious ice cream with cookies in layers or in individual cups. This cream is not suitable for filling or covering fondant cakes, nor for multi-tiered fondant cakes. This quantity will be enough to fill and cover a cake of 15 or 18 centimeters, 6 or 7 inches, in diameter and 10 centimeters, 4 inches, high. As you can see, the cream pipes very well with a pastry bag. It's firm and perfect. I hope you make this cream. It's delicious, economical, and very, very easy to make. So don't hesitate to include this delicious fruit in your daily diet and make this firm and perfect cream for your desserts. They can also be used to make compotes, jams, and sauces that can be used in many different recipes. In summary, apples are a healthy and delicious fruit that offers many benefits for our health. With many different types to choose from and the versatility of using them in baking, they are an excellent addition to any balanced diet and any baking recipe. Extra firm Oreo cream, the perfect filling and decoration for cakes and cupcakes. Today, I'll show you how to make an extra firm cream, ideal for filling and decorating cakes, pastries, and cupcakes. No butter, ready in just 5 minutes, and with an irresistible Oreo flavor. This cream has the perfect texture, super firm, creamy, and easy to work with, making it perfect for any type of decoration or filling. Plus, there's no extra sugar added because the ingredients are perfectly balanced for a spectacular sweetness. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to prepare it, with tips and tricks to ensure it turns out perfect every time. This cream will be your best ally for impressing on any occasion. Just look at how firm it is and how well the details hold when piped. This cream is absolutely delicious, with an irresistible Oreo flavor that everyone will love. It's an easy, quick recipe with a spectacular texture, perfect for any dessert. Follow the step-by-step instructions and surprise everyone with this Oreo cream. It will definitely become your go-to recipe for decorating and filling desserts. Let me know in the comments which country you're watching from before we begin the recipe. Your comments truly make my day. Step 1. Crushing the Oreos. The first thing we'll do is crush a pack of Oreo cookies, including the cream filling, which is 185 g, 6.5 ounces. If you have a food processor, this step will be quick and easy since you'll get a fine crumble in just a few seconds. If you don't have a processor, don't worry. You can also place the cookies inside a sealed plastic bag and crush them with a rolling pin until they are finely ground. Once crushed, set them aside and move on to the other ingredients. Step 2. Choosing the right whipping cream. Here, I want to show you the 2 main types of whipping cream, as they are called differently in each country: heavy cream, whipping cream, or chantilly cream. Both options are excellent, but for this recipe, I'll use cold vegetable-based whipping cream, Ambient Puratos brand, because I love the extra firm texture it creates. In a bowl, pour 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of cold vegetable-based whipping cream. Start beating at medium speed for about 30 seconds, just enough for the cream to start thickening slightly. Then, increase the speed to the highest setting and continue whipping until you reach a soft peak consistency. This process takes no more than 1 or 2 minutes. Step 3. Mixing the condensed milk and cream cheese. While leaving the half-whipped cream aside, in another bowl, mix 150 milliliters, 5 fluid ounces, of condensed milk with 150 g, 5.3 ounces, of cream cheese. Use a hand mixer or a whisk to fully integrate them until you achieve a smooth, lump-free, and homogeneous mixture. This step is key to giving our cream that creamy and delicious touch, as well as a perfectly balanced sweetness. It's important to mention that we won't be adding any extra sugar to this recipe because the vegetable-based whipping cream already contains sugar, and the condensed milk adds the necessary sweetness. With these ingredients, the cream is perfectly balanced, not too sweet, not too heavy. Now, add the condensed milk and cream cheese mixture to the half-whipped cream. Beat at high speed for 1 or 2 minutes. Step 4. Understanding the difference between dairy and vegetable-based whipping creams. Dairy-based whipping cream is made from cow's milk, has a more natural dairy flavor, and contains about 35% fat, making it perfect for whipping and achieving firm creams. Vegetable-based whipping cream is lighter, already contains sugar, and is very stable, making it ideal for firm decorations that hold up in warm climates. You'll know the cream is ready when it forms stiff peaks that hold their shape when you lift the beaters. Step 5. Incorporating the crushed Oreos. The next step is to add the crushed cookies. Beat just until combined. Make sure everything is well mixed so that every bite of cream has that rich, intense Oreo flavor. And that's it. Our Oreo cream is ready. Look how firm and creamy it is. It's perfect for decorating cakes, cupcakes, or any dessert you want. Step 6. Decorating with piping tips. To show you how well this cream works for decorations, I'll be using piping tips 353, 1E, and 1M by Wilton. These piping tips are ideal for creating beautiful details on cupcakes or elegant borders on cakes. If you love experimenting with decorations, these tips will give you incredible results. Final thoughts. Did you see how easy it is to make this Oreo cream? Now you have a quick, delicious, and super firm recipe for decorating and filling any dessert. It's so versatile that it will quickly become your go-to favorite. Thank you for watching until the end. In this video, I will show you how to make a delicious extra firm strawberry cream in just 5 minutes, without using butter or refined sugar. A good cream is essential for our homemade sweet creations, and this strawberry cream is perfect for filling sheet cakes, pastries, making ice cream, or filling individual cups. It can also be used to decorate cakes and cupcakes, as well as for decorating desserts with precision and elegance. Strawberry cream is not only delicious but also has multiple health benefits. Strawberries are rich in vitamin C, which helps strengthen the immune system and prevent diseases. Add a healthy and delicious touch to your desserts with this fresh strawberry cream for cakes and enjoy its health benefits. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more delicious recipes. First step. Clean and cut about 600 grams fresh strawberries, 1.3 pounds, into small pieces. Prepare a saucepan or a pan. Once the strawberries are chopped, place the saucepan on the stove and add 50 milliliters lemon juice, 3 tablespoons, while continuing to cook over medium-low heat. Stir occasionally, optionally add 2 tablespoons of honey, and let it boil for 2 minutes. The process of boiling strawberries may slightly decrease their vitamin and antioxidant content, but that does not mean they lose all their benefits. In fact, cooking strawberries can make some nutrients more easily absorbed by the body. Additionally, the flavor of cooked strawberries can be more intense and sweet, making them an excellent option for a variety of dishes. For example, cooked strawberries can be used in jams, cake fillings, sauces, and more. In summary, although boiling strawberries may slightly reduce their nutrient content, it does not mean they lose all their benefits. Strawberries can be enjoyed both raw and cooked, so don't hesitate to incorporate them into your meals in different ways. Blend the strawberries in this way until you get a liquid strawberry paste. Remove the saucepan from the heat and add a portion of 300 milliliters milk, 10 fluid ounces 1 1/4 cups, to the hot strawberry puree. Mix a little to integrate the milk, then add 50 grams cornstarch. If you want to substitute cornstarch with wheat flour, the amount would be 100 grams 3/4 cup flour. Mix again and add the rest of the milk along with 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. The total amount of milk used is 300 milliliters, 10 fluid ounces 1 1/4 cups, which can be either hot or cold. Return the saucepan to the heat and, without stopping stirring, bring the cream to a boil until it thickens well. Now transfer the strawberry cream to a container. Cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, let it reach room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator. The next step is to add the cold, thickened strawberry cream, but first, whip it in a separate bowl to give it some creaminess. The next step is to add 250 milliliters heavy cream, 8.5 fluid ounces 1 cup, very cold, and whip for 3 minutes or until soft peaks form. This cream can be made a day in advance. This cream holds up well for 5 days in the refrigerator. This amount will be enough to fill a 18 centimeters, 7-inch cake with 2 generous layers of filling. If you also want to use this cream for decorating, I recommend doubling the quantity or adding 250 milliliters, 1 cup, more heavy cream. Then, gradually add it to the whipped cream while beating until you achieve a firm, smooth, and thick cream. As you can see, this cream pipes very well and is firm and perfect. I hope you make this cream. It is delicious, economical, and very, very easy to make. I hope you enjoy this recipe and feel encouraged to try it at home. Today, we are preparing a sugar-free dessert in just 5 minutes, super creamy and full of flavor. This dessert is perfect for decorating cupcakes, filling cakes, enjoying by the spoonful, or turning into a delicious ice cream. I would be very happy if you write to me from which country you are watching while I start with the recipe. First step, peel and cut 3 bananas. For this recipe, I use 8 Ferrero Rocher chocolates. If you don't have them, you can substitute them with Nutella or melted chocolate and hazelnut cream. Transfer the bananas and chocolates to a food processor and blend until you get a smooth and homogeneous puree. Add 60 grams, half a cup, of cornstarch and 250 milliliters, 1 cup of milk. I use whole milk, but you can use any type of milk you prefer. Blend again until you obtain a liquid paste. If you prefer, you can substitute the cornstarch with 120 grams, 1 cup, of all-purpose flour. The next step is optional. Add 4 egg yolks. If you don't like them or can't use eggs, you can omit them without any problem. Personally, I love the texture that the yolks bring to the cream, but as I mentioned, they can be omitted. The cornstarch acts as a thickener and is sufficient. If your intention is to use the mixture for piping decorations, strain the mixture with Ferrero Rocher to ensure it is very fine and free of lumps. Save the almond pieces that remain in the strainer and, after straining the entire mixture, stir very well. Transfer the saucepan to the stove, add the juice of half a lemon, and cook over medium heat. Boil for 2 minutes or until the cream thickens very well. Transfer the cream to a heat-proof bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it cool completely. First, let it reach room temperature, then store it in the fridge. Add the chilled and thickened banana cream, but first, beat it in a separate bowl to give it some creaminess. You can support me by sharing my tutorials on your social media accounts. Add 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of very cold heavy cream and whip it for 1 minute or until soft peaks form. I use Purato's ambient vegetable cream. This cream may have different names depending on the region and country, such as heavy cream, whipped cream, or chantilly cream. The names may vary depending on the place, but in general, they refer to the same preparation. When the cream is almost firm, start gradually adding the banana cream, whipping until you get a firm, smooth, and thick mixture. Beat everything together for 1 or 2 more minutes to fully integrate the ingredients, and that's it. You can prepare this cream a day in advance, and it keeps very well in the fridge for up to 5 days. It is ideal for filling sponge cakes, pastries, tarts, cupcakes, or serving in individual cups layered with different flavors. You can also use it to make a delicious ice cream. However, this cream is not suitable for covering fondant cakes. But if instead of adding heavy cream, you add unsalted butter at room temperature and whipped, I assure you it will work for covering cakes with fondant. This cream is enough to fill and cover a 20 cm, 8-inch, cake with a height of 10 cm, 4 inches, and also allows for beautiful decoration. For decoration, I use large piping tips 1E, 336, and 1M from Wilton. Personally, I love these 3 tips, they are fantastic. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and activate the notification bell to stay up to date with all my new videos. As you can see, the cream pipes beautifully with a piping bag. Also, check out my other videos. It is important for the growth of the channel. I hope you are encouraged to make this banana and Ferrero Rocher cream with no added sugar. It is delicious, economical, and very easy to make. How often do you find bananas in the fruit bowl that your kids refuse to eat just because they've ripened a little too much? This happens quite often in my house too, and I don't like wasting food. That's why I always try to give overripe bananas a second chance. Today, I bring you an amazing, budget-friendly, and super easy recipe. This is a delicious, sugar-free banana cream that you can use to fill cakes, sponge rolls, decorate cupcakes, and make individual desserts and pastries. If you add ripe strawberries, you'll give it an extra touch of flavor and freshness. One of the best things about this banana cream is that you can mix it with any other flavor to make your desserts even more unique. In Spain, the larger variety is called banana, while the smaller, sweeter, and more delicious one is known as Plátano de Canarias. In Venezuela, it's called camber. In many Central American countries, it's known as banana or banano, and in Cuba, it's called guineo. Learning how to make this delicious banana and strawberry filling for cakes is very simple, just follow these detailed steps. First, clean and slice 3 ripe bananas. Then take 250 g 8.8 ounces of ripe strawberries, wash them well, remove the leaves, and cut off any damaged parts. Set everything aside for now. Prepare a saucepan or skillet and place it on the stove. Add 50 g 1.8 ounces of butter and let it melt slightly. I use unsalted butter, but if you don't have any, you can use salted butter instead. Add the sliced bananas and strawberries, stirring occasionally. Now, add the juice of half a lemon, 30 milliliters 1 fluid ounce, while it continues to simmer over medium heat. Let it boil for about 2 minutes. The total weight of the bananas and strawberries I used is 600 g 21.2 ounces, the peeled and chopped bananas, plus 250 g 8.8 ounces of strawberries. Remove the saucepan from the heat and blend the hot banana and strawberry puree using an immersion blender, food processor, or a fork. Add a bit of milk, stir, and then mix in 3 egg yolks along with 60 g 2.1 ounces of cornstarch, corn flour. Stir well until fully combined and then add the remaining milk to reach a total of 300 milliliters 10 fluid ounces, which can be either cold or warm. Add a generous teaspoon of vanilla extract and mix. Return the saucepan to the stove and stir constantly until the cream thickens completely. The egg yolks add a lot of creaminess to the recipe, but they can be omitted if necessary. The cornstarch can also be replaced with 120 g 4.2 ounces of all-purpose flour. At this point, let the cream boil for 30 more seconds, then turn off the heat. Transfer the cream to another container, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, allow it to reach room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator for several hours or overnight. Next, take the chilled and firm banana strawberry cream. But before using it, beat it in a separate bowl to restore some creaminess, then add it to the whipped cream. Now, add 500 milliliters 17 fluid ounces of very cold heavy cream for whipping. You can use vegetable-based cream, like the one I use, or dairy-based whipping cream. Depending on your country or region, this type of cream may be called heavy cream, whipping cream, or thick cream. Whip it for about 3 minutes or until the cream is firm. Finally, incorporate the banana strawberry cream and continue beating until you achieve a smooth, thick, and stable consistency. You can prepare this cream a day in advance and store it in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. This quantity is enough to fill and cover a 20 cm 8-inch cake that is 10 cm 4 inches tall. However, it is not suitable for covering cakes with fondant. I used this cream to make individual dessert cups. At the end of the video, I'll show you the step-by-step process and how to use leftovers to create a beautiful dessert. I used Piping Tips 353 and 1M by Wilton. As you can see, the cream holds its shape very well when piped. I hope you try making this cream. It's delicious, budget-friendly, and incredibly easy to make. Here, I want to show you how I used this banana and strawberry cream to create delicious desserts in no time. I divided the banana strawberry cream into 2 parts and added chocolate ganache to one of them. I mixed it well and transferred both creams into piping bags. I prepared 5 250 milliliters 8.5 fluid ounces dessert cups and placed a layer of leftover sponge cake pieces from previous recipes. You can also use cookies. I soaked the sponge cake with syrup and added a generous layer of cream, then topped it with dark and white chocolate ganache. I added another layer of sponge cake, moistened it again with syrup, and added another generous layer of banana strawberry cream. I smoothed each cup with a spatula or spoon and covered the cream with crushed sponge cake. Then, I decorated the cups by making fun little faces with chocolate, adding details like ears and bows. If you do this with your kids, they'll love the results. I hope you find my tips useful, that you try this delicious cream, and that you use it to create these desserts or experiment with your own ideas. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. In today's video, I want to introduce you to a much healthier option than other creams that contain large amounts of refined sugar. This is the pear cream without added sugar and without eggs. It is a delicious and versatile option with an exquisite pear flavor. The riper the pears, the sweeter this cream will be, which you can use for multiple culinary preparations. For example, you can use it as a filling for cakes and pies, individual desserts, decorating cupcakes, or even for making homemade ice cream. Additionally, pear cream is an interesting alternative for people looking to reduce their sugar intake. This cream is characterized by its flavor and firm texture and is made from healthier ingredients than other creams. First step, clean and cut 4 ripe pears and set them aside for now. Prepare a saucepan or a skillet and place it on the stove. Add 50 grams, 1.76 ounces, of butter and melt it slightly. I use unsalted butter, but if you don't have it, you can use salted butter. Add the chopped pears, stir occasionally, and let them boil for 2 minutes. The amount of pears I use is 600 grams, 21.16 ounces, which means the 4 peeled and chopped pears weighed 600 grams. Now add the juice of half a lemon, about 40 milliliters, 1.35 fluid ounces, and while it continues to boil over medium heat, mash the pears like this until you get a kind of pear puree without added sugar. Remove the saucepan from the heat, and to the hot pear puree, add a little milk. Mix a little to integrate the milk and add 50 grams, 1.76 ounces, of cornstarch and a teaspoon of vanilla essence. If you want to substitute cornstarch with wheat flour, the amount would be 100 grams, 3.52 ounces. Mix again and add the other part of the milk. The total amount of milk I use is 300 milliliters, 10.14 fluid ounces, which can be hot or cold. Put the saucepan back on the heat, and without stopping stirring, boil the cream until it thickens well. Now transfer the pear cream to a container, preferably steel or glass. Cover the cream with plastic wrap and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, let it come to room temperature, and then store it in the fridge. The next step would be to add the already cooled and set pear cream. But first, beat it in a separate bowl to give it some creaminess, then add it to the whipped cream. Next step, add 500 milliliters, 16.91 fluid ounces, of very cold cream and beat for 3 minutes. When the cream is firm, gradually add the pear cream and beat until you get a firm, smooth, and thick cream. You can make this cream a day in advance. It keeps for 5 days in the fridge. This quantity will be enough to fill and cover a cake of 15 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 7 inches, in diameter and 10 centimeters, 4 inches, high. As you can see, the cream holds very well with a piping bag, firm and perfect. I hope you make this cream. It's delicious, economical, and very easy to make. Note, this cream is not suitable for covering fondant cakes or for filling multi-tiered fondant cakes. Did you know, pears are rich in nutrients? Pears are an excellent source of fiber, vitamins, and minerals such as potassium, vitamin C, and vitamin K. In summary, pears are a very healthy and nutritious fruit that can provide a great range of health benefits. Pears are easy to digest and are one of the foods that cause the least allergies. So don't hesitate to include this delicious fruit in your daily diet and make this firm and perfect cream for your desserts. Lastly, let me show you how, by mixing this pear cream with chocolate chunks, you can get a fantastic homemade ice cream. Mix the chocolate well with the cream. Transfer it to a piping bag, a bag, or you can even add the cream into cups using a spoon. I use these reusable minion cups to prepare 3 ice creams, but the best way would be with thin plastic cups, or you can make ice cream sandwiches or popsicles. With any of the 3 options, you will get a perfect homemade ice cream. This is a delicious cream that you can use to fill a cake, sheet cake, decorate cupcakes, individual desserts, or little cakes. And it's a perfect base for making homemade ice creams. This banana filling is perfect for banana lovers. Its rich flavor and creamy texture will leave you hooked, making you want to use it not only for cakes but also for pastries, tarts, cupcakes, profiteroles, tartlets, and layered desserts combined with different flavors. You can even use this banana cream to make delicious ice cream with cookies, chocolate, or cinnamon. One of the best things about this banana cream is that you can mix it with any other flavor to give your desserts a unique and original touch. In Spain, what we call banana is the small, sweet variety, while platano refers to a slightly less sweet variation. However, in many Latin American countries, they call it banana or banano, while in Cuba, it's known as guineo. In Venezuela, it's called camber, and it's the same sweet variety we use in Spain. For clarity in this recipe, I'll refer to this fruit as banana, making it easier to understand across different countries. Learning how to make this delicious banana filling for cake is very simple. Just follow these steps carefully. First step, start by peeling and chopping 5 bananas. On my channel, you'll find a wide variety of frosting and filling recipes for cakes, along with complete dessert recipes and delicious sponge cakes. Whether you're looking for the perfect cake filling, a smooth and creamy frosting, or a full cake recipe from start to finish, you'll find it here. Don't hesitate to subscribe and explore the recipes that interest you. I'm sure you'll discover something delicious to try. Thank you so much for your support. Prepare a saucepan or skillet and place it on the stove. Add 50 g, 3.5 tablespoons, butter and let it melt slightly. I use unsalted butter, but if you don't have it, you can use salted butter. Add the chopped bananas. Pour in the juice of half a lemon, 30 milliliters 2 tablespoons. Stir. Remove the saucepan from the heat, and while the banana puree is still hot, add a little milk and mix to combine. Then, add 50 g, 6 tablespoons, cornstarch and 3 egg yolks. If you want to replace cornstarch with all-purpose flour, use 100 g, 3/4 cup, instead. Mix again and then add the rest of the milk. The total amount of milk I use is 300 milliliters, 1¼ cups, and it can be either warm or cold. I will blend the mixture a little more. Do the same, but if you prefer a chunkier banana texture, you can skip this step. Return the saucepan to the heat, add 1 generous teaspoon of vanilla extract. And without stopping stirring, cook the cream until it thickens well. Now, transfer the banana cream to a glass or stainless steel container. Cover the cream with plastic wrap, making sure the plastic touches the surface, and let it cool for at least 2 hours. First, let it come to room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator. The next step is to add the chilled and thickened banana cream. But first, beat it in a separate bowl to make it a bit creamier before mixing it with the whipped cream. Add 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of very cold heavy whipping cream and beat for 3 minutes. When the whipped cream is firm, gradually add the banana cream. And beat until you achieve a smooth, firm, and thick consistency. This cream can be made a day in advance. It stays fresh for up to 5 days in the fridge. This quantity is enough to fill and cover a 15 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 7 inch, cake, about 10 centimeters, 4 inches, tall. This cream is not suitable for covering cakes with fondant and is not recommended for multi-tier cakes. I used this cream to decorate 24 large cupcakes with tall rosette piping. And since I had some leftover, I used it to make 3 delicious ice cream sandwiches. The cupcakes turned out beautiful. As you can see, this cream pipes beautifully, it holds its shape perfectly. I hope you try this cream. It's delicious, budget-friendly, and very easy to make. Thank you very much and see you soon.